The white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. One step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Belly of the beast, we been living in hell. They like, damn Kai, how could you tell? Put us in the project, set us up to fail. Round here, bullets be flying like hell. Too many of my niggas either dead or in jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turning the coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more caps gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Feel. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. Feel. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. Chill. Yo, chill.
industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They've awakened sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. But feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
One West, 12 tribes, UPK. Yeah. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. Ever since a nigga was young, I knew what I wanted. Knew that we could either be hunters or with the hunted. Meaning only choice was the predators or the prey. Showed this man wherever I was, but I didn't play. Then I started spitting, set fire to every stage. Rap gave a little bit of buzz, but it didn't stay. Then I started hustling, getting at some bread. I always went broke, making sure that my niggas fed. But then I looked for loyalty, niggas, they wasn't there. The same that I shed blood for, and it wasn't fair. But fuck it though, turn they back on a real nigga. It's when I found UPK and I'm still with them. Drill with them, cause I've been in the field with them. Fringed up garments, rocking the shield with them. I never turn traitor, I never let my colors fly. Never get my brother's liver. I ain't like that other guy, nothing like them funny groups. They just better get in line. If you in the middle, you confused, you should pick a side. Me, I must stay loyal to the king till the day I die. I am One West, head beating in my chest. Fuck all the rest, we stayed, y'all left. Suckers ran scared, had to clean up y'all mess. That's why we took over, I can see that y'all stressed. We ain't got time to worry about no hater. My life is like a movie, should come with a narrator. They gather data, they wanna see us assimilated. Marching through the streets, know we coming, you hear our cadence. All you smell is Henny and frankincense is the fragrance. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. My squad is forever. It's forever. Squad is forever. When a nigga in this mode like I get so hyped, shining blinding like a strobe light. I'm my only calm, so I battle me back and forth nights like a bullfight. I see red charge and destroy Mike. Gave me foresight, so I know that winning the war might have them all tight. Fuck their feelings, cause they the soft type. I was always taught never turn your back on your brothers. Take on any enemy, know the strength in these numbers. UPK official, and ain't no coward among us. Don't make me go and bang with them sticks like I'm a drummer. How y'all gonna run with the style that we invented? You always talk the war was wild, but you never ended. All that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. There's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, let's go, no hesitation. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Yeah. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on go, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Beach. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. They all do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch? I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is who raised, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could state them. Iron my spotted, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine, go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days, we learned some hard ways. Always ways. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. Cause nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision, that's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van, taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand, never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man to show me the right path, now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like a night exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In the circle of life, how could I tire, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab, and I'm with my brother Katazai. Then you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctors out. Just be faithful, one day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful, luckily I got it.
Got evicted. It's One West in the building. We owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call her Caitlyn. I get the green light, it's go, no hesitations. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though. You fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat. You know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters. The squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters. The squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vigi. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. They all do the street. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach, nigga. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach, nigga. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is to raise, son, that's where I came from. That is my A1s, I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son, you cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one, this is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though, I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could state them. Iron my spotted, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy, they got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine, go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days, we learned some hard ways. Always, just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. 'Cause nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my fate. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision, that's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van, taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand, never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man that showed me the right path, now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In the circle of life, how could I tire, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab, and I'm with my brother Katazab. Then you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctors out. Just be faithful, one day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful. Luckily I got angels. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful. Used to be ashamed, and even before I changed,
still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
All right, let's clap it up real quick. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Shai Barakatham to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Alatham Bashem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters, all right? It's ISUPK, Minnesota, with the scripture breakdown class, / law class. Today, filling in real quick, Officer and Priest 5000, Sirach. If anybody got any questions or concerns, you can go ahead and ask your question, all right? Type the questions in, of course, and we will address it. Okay? Once again, this is a class where you can ask questions. This is not the Christian church where if you try to ask them a question, it won't be answered. They will give you a false response and actually tiptoe and dance all over that question. All right? Because that's what they're known and good for. Because the Christian church does not know the Bible. Okay?
That's right.
Who truly knows the Bible is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That is who does understand the Bible, because the Lord gave us the Spirit, His Spirit, to understand the Bible and break it down for our people. So that way we can change our lives, all right? Because every day, with all the homelessness, with all the murder, with all the crime against nations, with all the constant, drug use and drug dealing, still it's plaguing all of our communities as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Because if you did not know, you are the same people, all right? All right? If no one told you, we told you. If you are a so-called Latino man, woman or child, a so-called Negro, so-called African American, you are a native Blackfoot, okay? You are, or a so-called savage is how they call us, right? You are the same people. You are God's chosen people.
That's right.
We always have to reiterate that and elaborate that every time. Because the earth has lied to you. Our oppressor, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, who runs America, he's the one who put out all these lies.
Right.
Like God loves everybody. Where's that in the Bible? Okay? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right. If so, you got to prove it. Because the Bible does say to prove all things.
That's right.
You ain't got to get that precept, warrior. You ain't got to get that. Just Joshua 1:7. So, yeah. So the point being, once again, this is a class where you can ask all your questions. We get into law. We get into scripture breakdown for you. All right? Because this is your records. This is a prophetic book. Yeah, so give me Joshua 1:7, please. Baba Kashab.
Joshua 1:7.
Chapter 1:7.
Chapter 1, verse 7.
Here we go.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Only be thou for what?
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Right, you got to be strong and courageous. Why are we bringing this out? Because to be strong and courageous in this time is what's very important. If you do not understand or know what is happening in society today, you might want to turn on the TV. You might want to look at the news. And there are people out there who always say, oh, I don't watch the news. The news is, they trying to corrupt you and everything like that. I get what you're saying. But some things on the news is actually happening. All right. I remember talking to a brother, and we was talking about COVID-19 and stuff like that. The brother telling me he don't know what that is. Like, what are you talking about? You haven't seen COVID-19 on the TV? Like, you don't know that people's outside wearing masks? Like, brother, where have you been? Under a rock? You know what I mean? Like, it's been going on for like months or so. Go ahead.
Yeah, some of our people, we spend so much time hanging out on the street. You're not aware of what's going on when you don't look at the news.
Right. No. Meanwhile, this brother was inside the house. He's always on his computer, always online. You know what I mean? But I guess he's looking at different things. He's not looking at what's important.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, like, goddamn. You know, and that's terrible, because how does a person go months without knowing that there is a plague that is killing people on the earth? You know what I mean? Like it's so sad, because everybody could have went to a different planet yesterday, and you would have been left here by yourself and got consumed by that plague. Like yeah, like you got to pay attention, and to be focused is once again being strong and courageous in this time. Can you read it from the top?
Verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Only be thou strong and very courageous. In order to be strong in these times that we are going through, right? You have to serve the Lord.
That's right.
And that's better said than done. To serve the Most High, you have to be obedient to Him. It's not believing on His Son, Jesus Christ, who, you know, the world calls Him ignorantly, but we call Him Yahushua. You believing in Jesus, you believing on Christ, it's not enough. That doesn't save you, because the Bible does say to endure unto the end. How the hell you are? Enduring to the end is not believing in Christ. It's you following what He laid as far as the platform and foundation when He left. Okay, that's why we are here today in the ISUPK, because we are picking up the pieces that Christ left for us. So that way, when Christ returns, He will know who His people are and who His people are not. Because there are going to be many people that said, Christ, I believe that you. I cast out demons in your name. He say, ye workers of iniquity, I know you not. So you workers of sin, I know you not. Because how can you say that you've done this, and you've done this for me, or you doing the work that I left in the earth, but you still smoking?
That's
But
right.
you still getting, drunk every day. But you still robbing and scheming. You know what I mean? You still killing the block. Like that's not the work of Christ. That's the work of your oppressor.
That's right.
All right? And that's not being strong and courageous. What does the word courageous even mean? The key word is going to be courage, right? Let's see what courage is according to the dictionary. Let me see. Courage in the Webster's dictionary: mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. So having the courage, having the confidence, having the will and zeal to go up against that thing that is, danger, fear, or difficulty. What is the danger, fear, and difficulty going on in society right now? What are people afraid of right now?
Police killing you, gunning you down.
Right.
Defrauding you, trying to get over on you in society.
Right. You said defraud. You said police brutality. Right.
Police
What else?
brutality, people just preying on you, want to victimize, take advantage of you and stuff, preying on your weakness.
Right. So pretty much like we are in need of all things.
Right.
And in the Bible it says that in Deuteronomy, as far as the curses, our life would hang in doubt. Paraphrasing, meaning that you're always going to look over your shoulder because somebody's watching you.
Right.
Someone's trying to get at you. If you are a drug dealer, that is a in a sense, it's a terrible lifestyle because you're always on guard.
Right.
You're always watching behind your back. You're always in a sense of fear or in danger because you know that you can be robbed, killed, or in prison because you're selling drugs. So you're, in a sense, you are in fear. All right. You are in danger, and once again, you can end up in a difficult situation. So all three of those apply. So that's a perfect example. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was surprised when UPK saying that selling drugs to your loved one, sometimes you hurting, destroying your loved one. Sometimes he won't come and get you too. Sometimes.
It's not even sometimes. It's all the time. You know what I mean? It was a story that came out maybe 2 years ago. I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where when we was getting the stimulus checks. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
This brother killed his baby mother because she would not give up that stimulus check in Indiana. Good night. That's hell.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the stimulus check was pennies.
Right.
You feel me? It was just pennies, but it's not worth taking a life.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one. I believe two cousins. One of them ended up killing the other cousin over some damn weed. You feel me? Like, damn. A mother tried to stab one of her children over, I believe, some watermelon. The last thing of watermelon or the last slice. That is foolery.
That's sad.
And you know what's funny too? That's really not funny. Our oppressor laughs at that.
Right.
When he see those headlines. When he see us, you know, destroying ourselves. But of course, our oppressor, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
He is responsible.
Right.
Because with law, statutes, and commandments, we won't try to stab each other over no watermelon.
Right.
I was starved so you can eat. That's how much brotherhood I got.
That's
You
right.
feel me? I'll take the clothes off my back. I'll give you anything that you need before you lose anything. You know what I mean? Before you go homeless, someone's going to house you. That's what we do. You know what I mean? Before you decide to rob and steal, we are going to put money in your pocket so you don't have to make that decision. We are going to guide you and counsel you on how to do the right thing. Because temptation is a real thing. And it's so easy to fall into temptation.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, if you know that you struggle with something, you should not surround yourself with it. Because
Right.
what you're doing is you're going to be entertaining demons and you're going to set yourself up to backslide. And to backslide means to go back to that old thing, that sin.
Come on.
So if you know family members smoke, if you know friends smoke, and you got a smoking demon, don't surround yourself with them.
That's right.
Keep it moving. You feel me? Keep it moving. If you can't handle your alcohol, don't be at a place where everyone is drinking. Like, don't set yourself up for failure.
Right.
And the greatest thing about the Bible is the Most High sets you up to, you know, to be glorious, to do righteously. You know what I mean? No one ever can say that the Most High is tempting them. Satan is the one who tempts. The Most High tests you.
Right.
That's why everything that we learn is, you know, is training. All these breakdowns, all this counseling that you receive is your training for when that test comes. Because you may have someone try you. You know what I mean?
That's
Test
right.
you may have been smoking all your damn life, and one day you just happen to, you know, bump into a relative, and the relative is like, "Hey, how you doing? How's everything going?" "Oh, I'm doing good, blah blah blah," right? And then they're like, "Oh, you know, hey, you want to smoke? Oh, you don't smoke no more. Oh, bro, you used to have all the fat ass joints, all the weed. You used to have all the drugs." That's a test.
Come.
But now it's up to you if you're going to pass that test. And understand, when it comes to tests, right, the angels are watching always. And if you fail that test, that report goes to the Most High. All right? You know what I mean? So like, hey, shalom, yahal shalom, bashim yahal shah, sis. The sister said, Most High in Christ, I look at everything and everyone in the world as a test. Damn right. Everybody. Everybody. You want to clap? No sweat. Damn right. Yeah, you gotta look at everybody. 1 second, the brother outside. All right. You gotta look at everything and everybody, you know, as a test, right? You know what I mean? Like you know, we have great discipline in the UPK. You feel me? We have great discipline in the UPK to where we watch ourselves even with each other. Because, you know, maybe how you say things and how you do things may rub somebody the wrong way. You feel me? But, you know, you want to be careful so you're not perceived as as a threat. You know, trying to tempt somebody and get somebody back into the into their old sin, their old ways. You know what I mean? Of course, we definitely want to weed out the weak. That's for sure. You feel me? But not purposely trying to put a stumbling block in front of you. All right? That's not something that the UPK does. But shalom, whenever you're ready. Yeah. So we don't do that. All right. We don't put stumbling blocks for our brothers and sisters. But the brothers and sisters that are in the world, you know what I mean, they definitely do that. How can you say that you love your people, but you're giving them drugs?
Right.
It don't matter if you're giving somebody else who's not your people drugs. Drug dealing is the same.
That's right.
Period. Straight like that. All right. You know what I mean? Like, let me see what else. You don't celebrate holidays, but why do your children celebrate holidays? You don't think that your children can be punished?
Right.
Oh yeah, your children could definitely be punished because of your actions. You know what I mean? They could definitely be punished because of your actions. And once again, Halloween is coming up, by the way. And there's a big epidemic right now. What's going on as far as the pills, the fentanyl pills looking like candy. And I would not be surprised when these kids get dropped off on Halloween. And when I say get dropped off, when they die because of these fentanyl candy, so-called candy, when it's drugs. You want to say something? Go ahead.
And one thing, I be going on the bus coming here. All I see little guys getting on the bus with rooming the floor and eating and smoking it all the time.
They getting high.
Oh.
They get high dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I see it all the time, especially on the trains. You know what I mean? It could be a cocaine, it could be meth, heroin, it could be a few different things. You know what I mean? But it's definitely drugs. That's for sure. It's something that, once again, we should never do as a people. Go ahead.
I be seeing a lot of our people do it. Real freaking well.
Of course. Of course, right. They in hell. But just because we in hell doesn't give us an excuse to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why in the ISUK we actually help and counsel, and we have a rehabilitation center to where we actually help our people stop that. All right. 4 people died from overdose so far around here in the past week. And see, may they rise again.
That's right.
And once they rise again, Lord allow they never touch that ever again. And they learn the seriousness of it. Okay? Like you got some brothers, man, who are in their 60s and 70s and now start touching drugs. You know what I mean? Because of the influence of others.
Right.
It's go ahead.
What's good?
Yeah.
Be the influence of them whole.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I done seen old men wait until they retire.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They retire from their jobs. They don't seem to have really nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Their purpose is gone.
Yeah.
But they love messing with them, harlots and stuff like that. So she get him to see he become a crackhead at 65.
Yeah.
He never did drugs his whole life.
Yeah, me was just talking about that a few weeks ago. And then I'm like, even the camp leader mentioned that because that's real life. It, like drug addiction ain't got no damn age on it. It's just drug addiction is just terrible all around. You know what I mean? Like I lost I lost a young cat who I was going to high school with, who knew some of my family. And to me, he a baby, and I believe the brother's like native and white. You know what I mean? He's a little fair skinned. But the brother, man, cool as hell. He was a baby. I think he died at 17 off of a fentanyl overdose. He was taking pills. He was doing more than just weed. Taking pills. Yeah, it's gonna be at the bottom. Yeah, and then I'll let you jump in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's terrible, man. This is why we must be strong and courageous so we can fight against those things.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But anyway, keep going on it. I'm too wild.
Verse 7.
You ready? All right, you can hold off. Salaki. Pass the class over to priest and officer 5,000. To rock. Clap it up.
what he was just bringing out was super heavy. And that was heavy right there. Yeah, and you know, and it just like he was, you know, just like he was saying, a lot of dudes wait till they get in their 60s and stuff like that behind messing around with promiscuous women. You know, and to be honest with you, I don't think it's a bigger influence over black men than promiscuous women.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? That's been all the way out throughout the scriptures and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not even just talking about no heathen women. It's talking about the women of our own too.
Right.
Because hell, she do everything, damn thing like the heathen. I mean, you think about it. I mean, you look at all these celebrities and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Carrie, Stephen Curry's woman, his mom? Like, geez, I mean, come on, man. LeBron James's mom. You know, I mean, this is some embarrassing stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the discretion level is on 0.
Yeah.
And -10. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, his mom was twerking on some white man at one of his games in front of his father. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good night. You see the type of insanity and stuff that we got to deal with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that woman Lizzo.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody heard about the new thing, the thing with her?
I mean, besides controversy as far as people picking on her weight?
No, she touched on some white interests. And somebody had something to say about it. I don't know the details on it.
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm saying? But some white woman was talking to, and the only reason why she wasn't calling her all type of fat black bee mammies and everything is because the setting that she was in.
Right.
The professional setting that she was in. That's the only reason why she didn't do that. See, here's the thing. What they do is they even reward dysfunction among us.
Oh yeah.
They reward it. You know what I'm saying? And with this dysfunction being rewarded, now, if that same stuff touches their community and their interests, oh, you done violated now. No, because this stuff is good for y'all.
Right.
Not for us. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole agenda, is to push that stuff on us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the agenda right there. Without, all of that dysfunction and all of that, because in reality, it just like the scriptures say, the gates of Judah have languished. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they can just throw anything on us. They can take their seed that looks like us, but is actually somebody else, and dump it all on us. We've been the toxic waste land for everybody else's filthy bullshit. And we still are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, what I want to do, I also want to go into this thing with Kanye West. Can you pull that scripture for me, Cubby? When you talk about Peter being sifted like wheat, but Christ prayed for him? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, see, with somebody like him, I know everybody was bigging up, you know what I'm saying? Me, I like to see the pros and the cons to everything. You know what I'm saying? With Kanye West and everything, think about it. Right before this stuff coming out, he was wearing a White Lives Matter, which I think I brought this out last week in class, right? But now he's talking about who the true Jews are, and Hollywood and such, which that goes over to me. What about the scripture would say a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways? Right. Matter of fact, let's go to that one first. Let's go to that first. And then what I'm going to do when I go into this scripture right here, I'm going to flash back into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Field nigga, house nigga. You know what I'm saying? Field nigga that made it to the house. I'm gonna hit on all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, I'm gonna go to
No, so actually, I think I'm mixing up that one. So that's changed.
I'm gonna go to one of our favorite sifted brothers after that. You know what I'm saying?
I got that.
Christ had prayed for Peter. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
For one thing, pedigree is always important too. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at who, Peter's father and mother were. Even though the scriptures don't say nothing about it, but you already know what type of people they were based on how he was. You know, most likely his father was a fisherman too. Right. And his father taught him the trade. You know what I'm saying? At this time, you know what I'm saying, we had been brought low, you know what I'm saying? You know, we were tradesmen at this time. We went from being the kings and all of that, you know what I'm saying, to being, tradesmen and stuff like that, having, like Christ, his dad was a carpenter. Right. Peter a fisherman. You know what I'm saying? Matthew was a publican. You know what I'm saying? We went low down into jobs like that. Let's get the scripture right quick.
Okay, James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Now, a lot of people is bigging up what Kanye West did, which is on some part it shows some bravery. You know what I'm saying? It does show some bravery because whenever you attack and expose the Amalekite in Hollywood, there's no faking in that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about us being the children of Israel all day and everything and be a fake, you know what I'm saying, being straight up fake and this and that. But when you start exposing those particular powers right there, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because now you touching Satan himself. Right. You know what I'm saying? You touching Satan now. That's right. And that's Satan's people. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's his top people, just like the Most High has his people. You know what I'm saying? The Most High has, okay, matter of fact, the Amalekite, you know what the Amalekite is and the Agagite? They are actually the equivalent to what the house of David is inside the nation of Israel. Right. You see what I'm saying? You know, the house of David is who the Most High chose to, have his kings through, and also the sons of Aaron as far as the priesthood. Right. You see what I'm saying? They are, saying actually the equivalent of the house of Judah and the house of David and the house of Aaron inside that, that their Jewish realm. On the other side though, on the left-hand side. Right. You know what I'm saying? Those are Satan's Jews. That's why they call themselves the Jews today and adverse to us. Because what does the name Satan mean? Can anybody know? Go ahead.
Adversary?
That's what it means. And adversary. Now, what is he an adversary against? Go ahead.
Children of Israel, the laws, the statutes.
Yeah. He's against anything that has to do with the Most High.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why. I remember this when Christ rebuked. It seemed like he was rebuking Peter when he said, "Get thee behind me, Satan, for you know it's not the things of God." Right. That's right. Now, didn't he say that? He said, "You know it's not the things of God." Was he talking to Peter? No. Was he talking to Esau?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was checking a demon that was on Peter.
He was checking Satan himself.
Right.
He wasn't even checking a demon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He checked the chief.
Right.
He didn't go for no little demons or nothing like that. Right. Because demons have a structure, rank structure, and all of that. They have small demons and all of that. He didn't go for them. No, he went for the big dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Get thee behind me, Satan. For you know it's not the things of God, but the things of men." Yeah, can we go to that scripture? And I said, well, let's pull that right quick. Let's go there right quick.
Matthew 16:23.
Read it loud, strong, and clear. The pink oppresses the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
Go ahead. ahead, give it to me.
Matthew 16, verse 23. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan.
Now remember, what was Peter? Why did he say this to Peter? Let's read up a little second. Let's take it up a couple of verses. What, about 2 verses?
Yeah, I say 2 and 3.
Yeah, about let's take it up to about 2 or 3 verses.
Okay, Matthew chapter 16, verse 20. Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ. Verse 21. From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Salakia, unto Jerusalem, and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes.
Now, okay, the elders, chief priests, and scribes. Now think about how the people that's hearing Christ say this, how they're thinking of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, see, they're not understanding for real. They like, they thinking they might, damn, that's messed up. But they're not saying that. But Peter does say something. You know what I'm saying? And actually, now Peter's heart was somewhat in the right place, because he's like, look, man, ain't nobody gonna touch my Lord. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, we gotta understand, man, Satan's crafty.
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? Because what does he want to do? He wants to actually stop the purpose.
Right.
That's what his ultimate goal is to stop the whole purpose of Christ dying for the sins of the nation of Israel, because Satan understands this.
Right.
Because you got to look at this. Many kings have died for their people. Like, say, for instance, a king go to war with somebody. They're in war. And they lose. So now what they do is they take everybody as a hostage. Being a king ain't about just being decked out in gold and shit, wearing a crown and all that. That's not what it's about. Right. Have you ever heard the term, heavy lies the crown? You know what I'm saying? No, that crown lies heavy, because in a wartime, and if you lose, then they have the king, and the king a lot of the times will be like, look, man, y'all got us, y'all beat us. I will hold my own life as a ransom. Just free my people. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have them in their captivity, let them dwell there and let them be to themselves as such and such, and my life will make the atonement for whatever transgression was done. So y'all can kill me publicly or whatever the hell the case is. You know what I'm saying? Throw them in y'all's dungeons, clear, you know what I'm saying, and go ahead and just execute. That's the life of a king. Right. That's the life of a king right there. It ain't about stunting and screwing hoes and eating grapes. That's right. That's not what it's about. Right. It's about, if you lose, then you are to offer your own life as a ransom to save this people. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Which is your people, so that they can go on further and thrive. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because see, a lot of kings also came from a break-off group a lot of the times, and they carried a certain name, even though they were joined to that they were a separate group. They were a race unto themselves, because that's what the definition of race actually is. Mm-hmm. A race is a group that is broke off from a larger group and became a group unto themselves. Like, say, for instance, Korea. Korea are bastardized Chinese. The Philippines, the same way. They're bastardized Chinese too. Right. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times something might have happened, like, say, for instance, some high-ranking Chinese dude, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case was, he ended up, you know what I'm saying, sleeping with a low-born woman. You know what I'm saying? A poor woman somewhere, he'd be this rich aristocrat. And they bear a child together. Now, that child is part of his shame. He don't want to admit to that. You know what I'm saying? So what he do is he'll give financial support, things like that. And then he'll give his wild oats off to somewhere else. And then they sometimes will grow powerful. That's how you get your Koreans. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get Koreans and stuff like that. You know, or a lot of the times it could be, you know what I'm saying, a woman, you know, also too, you know, a woman that came up a great house, but she fell in love with some low-born dude. And her family didn't want to make him an heir. Even though because he's, you know, he's low-born. Even though he's Chinese just like them. You know what I'm saying? But he comes from a low-born family. You know? So now they produce a child together. You know what I'm saying? But that child is alienated from the commonwealth of the royal stock of that particular Chinese family. You see what I'm saying? But this is where you get your sowing your wild oats come into play at. You know what I'm saying? They'll give them support for them to go out and conquer something else for them. You see what I'm saying? America was founded on bastard Englishmen and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that's why you had the Boston Tea Party. You know, English and British and all of that stuff. You had the Boston Tea Party because America was made by a whole bunch of bastards. That's why America has all these bastard names. Smith, you know, and all of those different type of names like that. You know, Hill. You know, what did they do? The bastards grew powerful and severed themselves. You know what I'm saying? And became their own. Same thing with Korea, Vietnam, you know, Laos, all of them type of people. They all did the same damn thing and became damn near like a whole nother race. But let's get into the scripture. Let's not get too far off the topic. Go ahead.
And be killed it, and be rise again the third day. Verse 22. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him.
Now, he started rebuking Christ. You see this?
Yeah.
Peter started to rebuke Christ. But what is this all, Peter?
No.
Who was it?
Satan.
Exactly. Because you know why? Because if Satan can stop the purpose, you know what I'm saying, then he can rule. The same thing, flashing back to the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? Flashing all the way back there. If he can, you know what I'm saying, and cause, you know, Adam and Eve, you know, this is why Christ is called the second Adam. Because if he can cause, he calls Adam and Eve, you know, to sin, especially Adam, because rulership was given to him. Then if he can cause that, then the power transfer will go from Adam to him, not to Eve. You see what I'm saying? It will go from Adam to him, and he will empower Eve over Adam. That's the situation we're living in now. Because Eve is in power over Adam right now. You see what I'm saying? And Satan has the power. And see, this is the reason why, like Kanye West come out, you know, talking about who is really, really running things. Right. Now, like I said, once you start to touch on that topic right there, you touching Satan himself. He's touching his babies. Right. You see what I'm saying? Those are his babies. Where's the scripture that said, let's finish that, and then we're going to go back to the scripture when it said that the Lord shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Go ahead.
Saying, be it far from day, Lord, this shall not be until day. Verse 23. But
now Peter thought his heart was in the right place because his mind was to protect his Lord, but Peter didn't know that that thought was actually influenced by Satan to stop the overall purpose.
Right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. But he turned and said unto Peter, get thee behind me, Satan.
Yeah. He said, get thee behind me, Satan. You know what I'm saying? Now, was he talking really to Peter? Like I said, was he really talking to Peter? No. Peter was his right-hand man.
Right.
Who was he really talking to? He wasn't talking to Esau right there, was he? Because there wasn't no Edomites in this conversation. Right. And Peter did not mess around with no Edomites himself. He rode with Christ, so you already know he wasn't messing around with no damn white people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Thou art an offense unto me.
He said Satan was an offense unto him. Right. Let's look up the word offense?
Offense. Something that outrages the moral or physical senses.
Wait a minute. Can you read that again slow? And then that moral is a key in this too.
Offense in Webster's dictionary. Definition 1. Something that outrages the moral or physical senses.
Yes. Satan outrages the moral and physical. That's why Christ got so pissed off. You see what I'm saying? Christ was pissed off when he said that. When he said, "Get thee behind me, Satan," then we're gonna see what else he said. What else he said?
For thou sayest not the thing that be of God.
There do not what?
But thou savor
not. That means they don't come to you as something pleasant, a savory, like a good roast and everything that's cooking. Like the savory, like, oh man, that actually smells delicious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then you smell duty burning in the pile. You're like, oh shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't. So this is what this is coming up to Christ as duty in his nose. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. He said, thou savorest, says Satan savorest is not the things of the Lord. The things of the Lord is actually smell like duty to him. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's saying this. Go ahead.
But those that be of men.
But those that be of men. Of men. What is that talking about? What's the C word that explains that? Read that again.
But those that be of men.
But those that be of men. The things that be of men. With carnality. Carnal things. The lust of the eyes. The pride of life. Those are the things that Satan knows.
Oh yeah.
Christ wasn't checking Peter. Christ was checking Satan. He's like, get the hell behind me. He became an annoyance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Verse 24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
Right.
And take up the cross and follow me.
Because for one thing, Peter was a hothead too. Peter was a hothead, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, his heart was, in the brain, just like when he rose up, and chopped the ear of the Pharisees, the people that came to arrest Christ. Right. He hopped up and chopped one of them's ear off.
I think it's the same stuff.
Right, probably so, yeah. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why he checked Satan.
Okay, right. Go ahead.
They told Peter that here they live by the sword, that die by the sword.
Yeah, but Peter really wasn't living by the sword.
Right.
He lived with Christ.
Right.
Peter was just a dude that was passionate, but a lot of time his passion was displaced. You see what I'm saying? Peter wasn't no stone cold killer and everything like that. He was a fisherman.
Right.
Fishermen wasn't known to be no goddamn killers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You are a tradesman, a man that go catch fish. That's a peaceful living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? When Christ come on the scene, it sparked things in Peter. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, his passion was misplaced.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he wasn't so much so as rooted in the things that he should have been rooted in. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the reason why Christ told him that one time, as soon as you be converted,
right,
strengthen your brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Christ knew a day was going to come where Peter was going to be converted. Even though Peter was never converted, even when he was with Christ.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Christ knew that. That's why he said, before the cock crowed thrice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You shall deny me thrice.
Right.
Christ already knew. But at the same time, he also said, on this rock shall my house be built. You know what I'm saying? He knew Peter. He knew him well. You know what I'm saying? He knew exactly what manner of man that he was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, Peter being a Judite also. You know what I'm saying? Because the houses always start to be built through the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
That's how you know what tribe Peter was. Is why the Bible don't say it. Even though the Bible don't say it, you already know what tribe he was, because he said, "On this rock shall my house be built." When you go into the book of Nehemiah, who was the first people? Who was assigned to start building on the temple and everything? Who was assigned to do that? Anybody know? Now this our people. You have to think 10 tribes are gone.
Okay.
So that narrows it down to 3.
3, yeah.
So out of the 3, who was it? The tribe of Judah. We had this. Judah builds the foundation. Flash forward in today. Who started? What tribe started to build the foundation? What was our business? Yes, yes. He was of the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He was a rock,
right,
that the house started to be built upon. And that's why you have One West today.
That's right.
That's the reason why also too, everybody's starting to get the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, starting to get the knowledge of being an Israelite and all of that. And this is where you get to Kanye West.
Right.
We're going to go into that also. Well, let's keep reading though.
Verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Okay, let's stop it right there. Let's go to the scripture when Christ told Peter that he should that Satan sought to sift him like wheat. Let's go to that.
Luke 22 and 31.
Say Luke 32 and 21.
22, 31. 22, 31.
Pink oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Luke 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold.
He's talking to Peter right here. Because Peter's also his name was Simon Peter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had 2 Simons there.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he got the name Peter, because what does the name Peter mean? Anybody know?
Off the top.
The name Peter means rock.
Right. That's right.
That's why he got that name. You know what I'm saying? Christ gave him that name. His name was Simon at first.
Yeah, I think there's a precept about that too.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? His name is Rock. His name is Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why Christ said, on this rock,
yeah, that's right,
on this Peter,
that's it.
You know what I'm saying, shall my house be built. You know what I'm saying? The feminine version of that is Petra.
Right.
And that's where you get the rocks of Esau and everything over in Petra, you know, Jordan and all of that, which was actually part of Mount Seir.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So Petra means crack too, because it had.
No, Petra means rock.
Yeah, but it's supposed to have. I read it. It means it had a crack and a rock. They used to enter into that little crack in the city.
Well, that'd be like a cave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a cave or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They had, you look at Petra and you had a whole bunch of caves there. Okay. And families lived in those caves. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen what you're talking about, because it's 2 big old huge red stones, right, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And the people walk in between it. As a matter of fact, they make pilgrimages.
Okay.
The Italians and all of them make pilgrimages to Petra once a year. Why do they do that? Because that's where they originally came from. That's where they came to Italy and all of that from. You know what I'm saying? They came from Petra, melted into Italy and all of that. Okay. Because it was a time where, and as a matter of fact, it was a few. Go ahead.
Was there another people there before Esau?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You mean what you mean in Mount Seir or?
Yeah. Mount
Seir. Yeah. The Horites, the children of Seir, and they were like unto the Edomites. That's the reason why Esau joined himself onto them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had, you know, similar spirits. It's just that one's time was done and the other one's time is coming. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the name Seer, anybody know what that means? Go ahead.
Rock.
No. Seer means hair.
Hair.
Yeah.
Now Esau came out what? Hairy.
Hairy garment.
Seer came out same way. They were like unto one another. That's the reason why they merged the families together. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what white people will do. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Horites weren't white, but they had the leprosy gene in them.
Right.
And you didn't have a white race back then. You linked up, people linked up with whatever men that were similar to them. They gravitated towards those men.
Right.
Just like with Ammon and Moab, they did the same thing with the Canaanites. You know what I'm saying? They were like unto them. They had the slanted eyes, flat faces, and all of that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or light brown, you know what I'm saying, skinned and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They joined on to them and then start having children, you know what I'm saying? And merge the families together. You know, just like what we would do, you know what I'm saying? If you like, say for instance, if we come over, you know, so we came from, you know, some South American country or somewhere, and like say it wasn't, you know, wasn't none of our people here from that country, what would we do? We would link on with the blacks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we actually are black, you know what I'm saying? You know, even though we're speaking a different language, we start to speak, you know, how they talk, you know, this and that, and we would blend in, just become one, just like what white people do with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know, the Irish and all of that, you know what I'm saying? The Irish, you had the Irish, the Jewish, the Italians, you know, Sicilians, you know what I'm saying? And they were all in Hell's Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Hell's Kitchen, they all gravitated towards that place. Then you didn't even just have them, because you had some of them that were actually French and German. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like, matter of fact, D.O. Banyan. D.O. Banyan wasn't even Irish. You know what I'm saying? He was actually French. You know what I'm saying? His people was French, mother and father, both. You know what I'm saying? But he winded up in Hell's Kitchen and everything too. And they all, you know, started to mob and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They cleaved unto their light, the people that would like unto them. You know what I'm saying? Are you good, boy?
Yeah, just get set now.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Give me some on the scripture.
Verse 31. And the Lord said, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you.
He did what?
Satan has desired to have you.
He said he desired to have you, right? Why did he desire to have Peter for? Go ahead.
I'm assuming it's in the same because he was solid.
No, not so much because he was solid, because Satan actually seen the parts where Peter was not solid.
Oh, okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
But
and he saw that weakness, yeah,
right.
Because he's very strategic also.
Right.
He see a weakness,
right.
He load all his strength on that weakness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He apply all his pressure then, right in that weak spot. Yeah. That's why he flew on up to heaven real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because he actually still does have access, and the Most High will hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He flew up to the Most High real quick, man. Can I have him? Not because in reality, because what Christ said, on this rock shall my house be built.
Right.
So you take out the leader and put everybody else in disarray.
Yeah.
Right? That's why Satan wanted to have Peter. It's strategic, right? It's just like any war. You want to take out the generals and stuff, right? You want to take out the high-ranking people to cause disarray among the ranks, right? To cause a power vacuum. And in power vacuums, what happens? People get killed in power vacuums.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Christ established the rank. You get all type of crazy stuff happening, you know what I'm saying, during that time and everything. You know, you get all types of crazy stuff happening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Power vacuums happen. Because a lot of people pop up and want to be the leaders. You see what I'm saying? But with Peter, it was established that he was going to be the leader. That's the reason why Satan wanted him. He didn't go for the other apostles, right? He get Peter, and everything else crumble up under that.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That he may shift you as wheat.
That he may sift you as wheat, right? Now, which means what? That means Peter will be all over the place.
Yeah.
Flashing fast forward to now, dealing with Kanye West. Right? How many phases has he been through that we all know about since he's been a celebrity? Yes. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's give me the scripture when it says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now, let's get that one.
James 1:8.
Pink oppressor is the devil.
That's right.
That's right.
We gotta understand. And his daddy is Satan. Satan's his daddy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And he is like unto his father. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Go ahead.
James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Kanye West has displayed much instability.
That's
It
right.
goes back to what I was saying a few weeks ago. We can't look at goddamn celebrities to lead us.
That's right.
And I'm not impressed when they say, we the Jews, we the Jews.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, because he's a billionaire, I'm supposed to be impressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get out of that goddamn dumbass mindset, man. How the hell are we going to sit there and make the damn court jesters our king? Somebody else's court jester. Somebody else's booty shaker, and we're going to make them our king.
Right.
And queens. But come on, man. Think about this for a second. You know what I'm saying? Especially those of us that claim to know something.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? People in the world, they don't know. People that's not in the conscious or anything like that, they, you know, they're just out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for them to look at things like that.
Yeah.
But us people that, you know, that claim to be inside knowledge and claim to labor therewith, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking at it like that. You know, you shouldn't be looking at it that way. You know what I'm saying? If you claim to be about knowledge, regardless of what it is, what kind of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? You claim to be about the consciousness of black people, and you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking at no goddamn celebrity as being no type of leader of you, over you, or anything like that. You know, just because he say we the Jews.
Right.
Come on, man. He wouldn't be saying this. He wouldn't have said that shit 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He would have said that stuff 10 years ago. Go ahead.
Because 10 years ago it was all about Africa.
Yeah, it was all about Africa and dashikis.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Hell, back then we didn't even know what the hell African food even looked like.
Nah.
Back then, I was going to say it was some of the African fufu or some stuff. We don't think we really knew much about that 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the same time, like, you know, we don't even understand that Africa has 50 goddamn countries with thousands of ethnic groups inside each damn country.
Right.
And we don't even know which one we supposed to even belong to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, with that and everything, you know, Kanye West saying that we the Jews and this and that. But one thing that I am impressed with concerning him is the way that he's going in and attacking the Amalekites.
Right.
Now that show right there actually shows some courage.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and then he's supposed to be rolling with Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon apologized and this and that, and you know what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. This is why, you know, this class, you know, right here is actually based on being sifted like wheat.
Right.
Because when you flash back into slavery, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Flash back into slavery, you had what? The field niggas and the house niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time, the field niggas had some type of talent. You know, Like the fiddler from Roots, right? He was brought close to the house. Why? Why was the fiddler brought close to the house? He was a field nigga, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, Malcolm X say something like that about the house nigga going the field nigga.
Yeah, but see, Malcolm X, you know, he didn't really break it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really dissect it for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He brought it out. What he said was good for that time. But now we in the dub deuce deuce. You know what I'm saying? So now the knowledge that out Malcolm X, we should be blowing way past him, which we do.
Right.
And we should be able to get more intricate as far as when it comes to the whole dynamic of the house nigga and the field nigga. You know what I'm saying? Than what he was. He touched. We got to kick the whole fucking door in. So like it. You see what I'm saying? He touched the door. He touched the knob. You know what I'm saying? This time we got to go all the way in.
Right.
We got to break down the dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like we break like we did the makers of the Ford S10. How they have the chart, or they break down every damn piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of the Ford S10. Well, we got to break this down just like, you know, the whole master slave, you know, house nigga, field nigga dynamic, just like we breaking down something down to its minute parts.
Right.
To nut and screw and bolt, so people can get a full understanding. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, with Kanye West was a field nigga that started out as a field nigga that had a talent that made it to the house. Just like the fiddler, Chicken George, and all of them, Mr. Bojangles, and all of them type of people. You see what I'm saying? So when he made it into the house, he was just so happy to be in the house, and he did a lot of stuff in order to get inside that house. You see what I'm saying? So now inside that house, he was made rich.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He was made very rich, and those people loved him. That's the reason why he attacked that, you know, that girl Taylor Swift when she got that award, because now he was sitting there thinking, you know, how the hell you gonna give this all of the stuff that I done did, you know what I'm saying, and y'all gonna give her a reward before me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So when he interrupted her because he said Beyonce should have the award instead of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying? But in reality, he was actually talking about himself. Keep it all the way real. They too damn selfish to actually really think about somebody else getting the damn, you know, award and everything. He should always be in the limelight the way that he see it. You know what I'm saying? He should always be the one on the camera. He should be the one, because you think about it, I mean, he's actually kind of rivaling her man.
Right.
Because at first, Jay-Z was the richest rapper.
That's right.
Right.
But then Kanye West is now in the #1 spot now. But back then he was what, maybe 3 or something like that. But still on the come up at the same time. Go ahead.
I never heard of it.
You never heard of Kanye West's music? In my opinion, Jay-Z is a way better artist as far as when it comes to music and everything. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I like both of their stuff. I would just say I like Kanye's old stuff. This new stuff is complete trash.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even like his old stuff.
The best album
beats. I like those.
But the best album was College Dropout. I mean, everything else after.
Yeah, that's what
I'll say College Dropout and Life of Pablo. After that, everything was a flop. Just
Life of Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo.
The hell you know about it? I never heard of that one, but I'm thinking, what the hell he know about Life of Pablo? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess not unless he's equating himself to like he the Pablo of the rap game or something. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of them spoiled dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I knew a bunch of dudes like that when I was in high school, because I actually went to a prep school in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The school that I went to, you know what I'm saying, where you know, people had a little bit of money. You know, they had a little bit of money, and they had these nice houses. Their family had these nice houses out in St. Andrews Church Road. And dudes like me, you know what I'm saying, I had to get it, you know what I'm saying, I had to get it, you know, pretty much out the mud.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the super nice houses and all of that, what they had, but I kept a roll of money in my pocket like this. I had what they didn't have. I was just thinking, man, I was like, damn, if I was a little hipper and more smarter back then, I could really use, you know what I'm saying? Because see, they had all of that stuff, but they didn't have no money.
Right.
Their parents really didn't give them money like that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I made my own money. You know what I'm saying? So I lived in the projects, you know what I'm saying? But I had a bankroll in my pocket every day. Sometimes my bankroll was so fat I had to keep it in 2 pockets. You know what I'm saying? And I was making more money than, you know what I'm saying, my mother and them, and I was probably making more money than any adult. At 16, I was making more money than any adult that wasn't selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? At 16 years old, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like I was saying though, I mean, you know what I'm saying, but you know, that's the type of dude that Kanye, you know what I'm saying? He reminded me dead of a specific brother that I knew, even looked like him. His name was Dante Penny. You know what I'm saying? Then when Kanye first came out, I'm like, that's that nigga Dante, like I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Because all the niggas, man, they dressed all real fly. You know what I'm saying? They dressed real fly. They had all these expensive clothes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the black and the whites, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have like a whole lot of the grunge hood type. You had some, but you know, it wasn't like when I was in middle school.
Right.
But I mean, you know, everybody had the bomber jackets that cost $300-400 and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't have no money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Me, I had moderately fly clothes, you know what I'm saying? But I kept a big bankroll. I was like, damn, I could have used that. I could have been hitting all the box. I could have been. I know that sounds bad, man, but because they was some fine broads there. I mean, gosh, man. I mean, it was so many fine women in my high school. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell, I could have used my money to my advantage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I had in my pockets, I could have used that to my goddamn advantage. I could have been hitting half these bras. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, which I didn't know much about that then. I hadn't been, you know what I'm saying? I only had screwed not even a handful of women at that time. You know, so I really wasn't big on game and stuff like that. But anyway, though, you know, back to the topic though. But you know, that's the type of dude that, you know, Kanye come from a stock like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that I went to high school with, which they never were actually really even poor. Their mamas and fathers and stuff had good jobs. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, and that's what part of the spoiled mentality, you know what I'm saying, of him and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's part of that spoiled mentality. And then he had a talent, you know what I'm saying? And he actually, you know, got, you know, rich off the talent and was moved into the house. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He moved into the house and everything. So now he figured that he actually has power and authority inside the house, you know, and they didn't have to put him in his place a couple of times.
Yeah.
But there's the thing about it, because they never really launched a full-scale attack on him, though, like they did with people like Cat Williams.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They believe that he's so influential and stuff like that. And then at the same time, too, they know that his mind is pulled in 10 different directions. They know.
Yeah.
So they could just, you know what I'm saying, and with him running around with them damn Deadliest Catch boots on, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that actually spells it out, you know what I'm saying, that this dude is not mentally stable. But see, here's the thing. That's what happens when people get sifted like wheat. And that's the same thing that Satan tried to do with Peter. He tried to make Peter Kanye.
Come on, come.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody prayed for Kanye, though. Kanye made Peter followed Christ.
Right.
Kanye followed Hollywood and the industry.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's conscious and aware of his blackness and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But then he come around with a shirt saying "White Lives Matter." And then when I was talking to somebody about it, they said, well, you know, he's just doing that for the money. So that shows what you really serving.
Right.
doing it for the money. You already a goddamn billionaire. What the hell you still doing stuff for money for? You worth 1.3 billion. You see what I'm saying? Oh, but they gave you access 2 million to do that.
Right.
They give you a couple of peanuts to do that. Which goes to show who really control him, you know what I'm saying? But then that they piss him off and everything, and he started to think that he should have some type of power above the power that he actually has, then they got to put him in his place. So now when they put him in his place, now he's just so tired of getting put in his place. Now, you know what? The Jewish dudes, they control everything. They stood there, and then at the same time, too, he had mentioned Ice Cube because Ice Cube was saying this stuff way back in the day with that no Vaseline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he said getting screwed out your green by a white boy with no Vaseline. And he's talking about the Jewish man that took over Death Row Records. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the funny thing about it, because when Kanye West says something, mentioned Ice Cube in that what was it called? The drink. What was it called? The drink.
Drink Champs.
The Drink Champs.
Yeah.
Ice Cube got pissed off and said, "Don't put my name in that."
Right.
You know, a lot of people, and like what Ice Cube did with Donald Trump and stuff like that, and this and that. But you can't expect to go to somebody like Donald Trump or anybody to expect to make some type of negotiation concern them on the behalf of your people unless you got something to offer them. You can't negotiate with nothing on the damn table.
Right.
That's what Ice Cube did not understand. You see what I'm saying? Either he didn't understand it or he understood it and was willing to pay the price. And you know what that price would have been? The only thing you got to offer up is your people. You're black.
Yeah.
That's all you got. You can't offer no goddamn businesses or nothing like that, right?
No.
You can't offer nothing. That's not going to tempt no person as rich as Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you going to give him your record label. Your little nigga record label. You going to give him that? No. This man owns Trump Towers.
Yeah.
And Trump Towers are these gigantic buildings that are producing money, so much money, more money that we can never think we'd ever lay eyes on.
Right.
It's one building. And they're in, Trump Towers is in every major city in the country. They're throughout Las Vegas. Chicago.
I just seen it this prior weekend. For the first
You
time.
seen it?
I was like, good night.
Yeah. I seen it when I first came into the school is when I seen this stuff. I'm like,
and
geez.
I forgot that it was down there until we had camp downtown.
Right.
At the prior weekend. And I'm like, good night. Put the back of my head, I'm like, there's not gonna be nothing left with that building soon.
Right.
Christ said.
I've seen it
to the disciples.
I couldn't believe the glory of these huge, gigantic cities and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as being in a gigantic city, the only gigantic city I'd ever been before coming into the school was Jacksonville, Florida. Okay. And that's a big ass city too.
I've heard.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, matter of fact, county-wise, that's the biggest city in the country. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen the in Harlem, that was the first time I ever seen the Trump Tower was in Harlem.
Okay.
When I very first, became a trooper and everything, that was my first order was to make it to New York.
Which city in Harlem? Oh, you said Harlem?
Harlem. It was in Harlem. Yeah. It was in Harlem.
When I hear Harlem, I hear New York, which it is New York.
Yeah.
It's like West City.
You got all the boroughs. You have the 5 boroughs, and all of them is damn gigantic, man. These places is crazy big. I was like, goodness, I was damn near, you know what I'm saying? You know how the person look up a building, you know what I'm saying? It's so high, you damn near ready to fall the hell over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You seeing the glory of of Babylon, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And the Trump Tower was certainly no exception to that.
Right.
Geez, them things is, and like you said, they in New York. I don't know, who knows how many of them they have in New York.
Right. Yeah.
They in every borough, I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
And then you go look at Chicago, Vegas, Atlanta, all of these big, huge places like that, you know what I'm saying? So now think about it. What the hell would Ice Cube have to offer Donald Trump? Where Donald Trump will make a negotiation with him.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's part of negotiating. You got to have something on the table.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have something to offer. You know what I'm saying? And in comparison to Donald Trump, Ice Cube is poor. He's just a regular nigga in the ghetto.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In comparison to him, there's always different levels of rich.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And white rich is always stronger than black rich.
That's
Right.
right.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? You know, straight up. That's the reason why, you know, Chris Rock did that special saying that he's one of the most funniest comics ever. And he makes all of this money and this, and that, and his neighbor is just a dentist. Not a great dentist. Not some world like he, you know what I'm saying? You know, he said if you're a black dentist and you gotta live next to me, you gotta invent teeth. You know, you gotta make a hell of an invention.
Right.
You better invent teeth. Or teeth that can grow back like shark teeth or something. You better do something. You better, you know what I'm saying? You better invent something where somebody knock all your goddamn fronts out, that you can have a new pair of fronts grown out your own mouth 3-4 months later. You better come up with something like that. And he's like, if you go to live next to him, you better be something on that level.
Right.
But the guy that lived next to him was just a regular dentist. That's all he was, regular dentist, nothing great. But that was Chris Rock's next door neighbor.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see how white riches is strong, way stronger than black riches? You see what I'm saying? Any more on the scripture? Okay, let's go to the Lord declared war with Amalek from generation to generation. Because there have been people that spoke out against them, you know, all throughout history.
Yeah.
And they were hurt, you know what I'm saying? They were injured, definitely injured. And they, you know what I'm saying, when you start exposing that, and then they start to hit you with being an anti-Semite and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, they even got more power than when Ice Cube had exposed him in No Vaseline. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
They've gained more power. That's the reason why he got mad at Kanye West for bringing his name inside the drink champs.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why he got mad. He's like, because now they have the power to mess with his stuff. You see what I'm saying? This is Satan's children. Like I said, you do that. It's one thing for you to say that we the Jews.
Right.
That pisses them off. Because, but at the same time, though, when you say we the Jews, they can flip that around and say, well, Jewish is a religion. And we can all be Jews. And if you blacks want to be Jews, you can be the new Jew. You see what I'm saying? They flip it around like that.
Yeah.
So it ain't actually no big thing when you say black people are the Jews. You know what I'm saying? We say that stuff, we do more damage on the corners with that than what the hell they do in Hollywood.
Right.
We do 100 times the damage in that area because for one thing, we hitting the oppressed people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What good is some stupid ass celebrity going to say we the true Jew? Oh, we'll just believe it. We'll become the type of Jew that he wants to be.
Right.
And you know what type of Jew that he wants to be? He wants to be up under the actual Jewish man's balls. So we will mess around and be up under the Jewish man's balls too, just like what happened a long time ago. And we'll start putting the yarmulkes on our goddamn heads and all that stupid stuff. And we'll be actually still only be Christians. You know what I'm saying? We'll be Jewish, Negro, Christians. You're putting ourselves right back in the same goddamn mess. This is why we can't follow. You know, you got to look at what the hell the celebrity follows. You see what I'm saying? And see, and here's the thing, with being sifted like wheat, the man he's very double-minded, but at the same time, what is the dominating factor in that situation? The dominating factor in that situation is his money.
Right.
They start to hurt that
Yep.
and start to lock his ass up. You think he's gonna start, you know what I'm saying, a goddamn camp inside the jail? Did Nick Cannon do that?
No.
You see what I'm saying? They use that Jew thing interchangeably. It's what we don't understand.
Right.
They speak a language that we don't even goddamn understand. Ain't that one of the curses?
Yeah.
That will bring you to a people, a nation whose tongue you do not understand. So he say that we the true Jews, and we get all excited.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We get all goddamn excited and stuff like that because who is a celebrity saying that we the true Jews? You know what I'm saying? We start acting just like little nigglets. You know what I'm saying? You know, like little dumb little nigglets. We start acting just like that. But at the same time, but what we don't understand is Jew means two goddamn things to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It means Jewish. He's up under them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And they are actually looking, you know what I'm saying? Because he's doing what? Bringing black people into Judaism.
Right.
Making us Jewish slaves, which we were already that. You know what I'm saying? So now what do? They take out your ideas. So now you become the new Jew. Well, we're not the real Jew. You start sounding just like the Christian. Well, we're spiritual Israelites. You'll go to that conclusion. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll go right to that goddamn conclusion right there. You know what I'm saying? Kanye parties with Jewish people. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? But he did show some balls by exposing them, but at the same time, man, what the hell is this follow-up move gonna be?
Right.
This is what they do. They, you know what I'm saying, have somebody to make a courageous stand. Now you got to look at the next move that Kanye is gonna do. This is what you got to do now. You see what I'm saying? You got to look at the next move that he's gonna do after this. What's the follow-up gonna be? We so goddamn worried about what the hell he said, you know, right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But a poor man, you can't just say, we the Jews. You got to follow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can run around and talk about you, the Jews, all you goddamn want to, but motherfuckers is going to look at you to see how your life has changed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you poor. And because you poor, they don't want to believe you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But he's rich. So now what we should do, he should have a way better follow-up than some poor brother.
That's right.
He should have a way better follow-up. And you know what he should do? Let me tell you what he should do. How about the story of Cornelius? Let's use him as the example.
That's right.
If he ain't doing that, then his shit is fake.
Right.
Straight up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? People talk about Cornelius, right? What did Cornelius actually do? I wish I had time. We ain't got the time. But next week, I'm going to hit on this. Because what did Cornelius do? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go into Cornelius. You know what I'm saying? And not now, don't hold me to this because something else might pop up and might divert my attention. But as far as for right now, I do want to bring this, you know, this whole Cornelius thing up and show what Kanye would actually do if he's sincere. Well, let's see what his follow-up is. You see what I'm saying? You know, you in a boxing match, you don't just hit the person one goddamn time if he don't drop, you know what I'm saying? And then act like you're going to goddamn fight, do you?
Right.
You're going to have to go ahead and annihilate him and just go ahead and get it, you know what I'm saying, and get him done. You see what I'm saying? If you at war, you know what I'm saying, you don't just pop somebody one goddamn time and then just think, no, you got to finish this dude.
Right.
You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, you know, whether you know, like the mob wars and all of that stuff, they riddle people with them Tommy guns. They ain't just popping a couple of times with the power with pop Tommy gun and then act like the person, because he gonna come back on you stronger than what the hell he was at first. He's gonna be smarter now because you're gonna pop him and he survived. They riddle you full of holes with that goddamn Tommy gun. A lot of times they have 3 or 4 shooters to make sure that you done because they don't play that return from the dead shit. You see what I'm saying? Right. you ain't gonna be resurrected right there. They're gonna get you done. You see what I'm saying? So now we gotta sit there and look at what the hell Kanye West's follow-up move is gonna be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He exposed them. He started good. What's the follow-up gonna be? And we should be holding him to a goddamn follow-up.
Right.
Instead of taking what the hell he said, you know what I'm saying, and act like, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden he Moses now. You know what I'm saying? You're Kanye Moses West. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what his follow-up is going to be, because let me tell you what Cornelius' follow-up was going to be. What was? Cornelius went all throughout the ghetto handing out money because he had money. He had a lot of money. Right. He gave what he had. I'm not saying it's all about money, but I'm saying is he gave of what he did have. He had wealth, and he gave that. He went through all the Jerusalem where the poorest people was at. You know what I'm saying? Where the people that nobody, you know, he went. That's how he went against the system. You see what I'm saying? He went against the system by sitting there and supplying poor people.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And empowering them. And these were people that couldn't pay him back, which showed that was spiritual, because being spiritual is actually doing good things for people that can't pay you back themselves. So if they can't pay you back themselves, then where are you looking for a payment from then?
Right, right.
Huh?
That's right.
Where are you looking for a payment from? Can anybody answer?
No, ain't no payment.
You looking for a payment from the Lord.
The Lord, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You looking for it to come to you, and that's faith.
Right.
Now let's see how much faith Kanye displays here in the next future. Let's look for the follow-up move.
Right.
And with that being said, we're the ICPK coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, on a commanded journey of Hana. Pay your tithes, support this truth, and also request that Kanye West pay his tithes.
That's right.
And pressure him to do so. You know what I'm saying? Put pressure on him. What the scriptures say? Charge them that are rich.
That's right. Right.
Didn't the scripture say that?
Right.
And what was the reason? It says so that they be not high-minded. You supposed to be charging every goddamn rich. You supposed to be supporting and talking about who the fuck the goat is. Oh, you should be talking about who the goat is, not less they, you know, forking up something.
Right.
Just keeping it all the way real. With that being said, I pass class O to Priest and Officer Maccabi.
All right. Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Group for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, 8 to 10 means 10th in the Hebrew by Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offered for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations or our holy days. We got the feast of dedication. It's going to be in December. I'll double check on that exact date. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. All right. With that being said, Admajim, Kefaya Hapadam, which means to face the east. All right. Everybody repeat after me. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Watka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanaw, Lakum, Kol, Yawam, Wasalak, Banawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Kazalak Nawa. Kabawak Yanawa. Wala'ah. Taba'ayanawa. Banasaya 1.
Baba Sai one.
Abal,
Above.
Awashayana,
Our side now.
Mayan,
Bayan.
Rai,
Right.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Laka,
Yakak.
Hamalakwa,
Abalaka.
Wa Allah,
Baal.
Wata Paras,
Watapara.
La Alamu,
La Yan.
Aman.
Among.
In the English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
Which art in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Have be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom
thy
come.
will be done
That will be done
in earth
on earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Give us of our debts,
Forgive us our debt.
as we forgive our debtors.
And we forget our debt.
And lead us not into temptation,
See us not temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the
and
power
the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua,
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Benawa,
Barakana.
Vayashal,
Ba'asha'al.
Wahabayah,
Baha'yah.
Sapari,
Sapari.
Barak,
Barak.
Rapa'ah,
Rapa'ah.
Magun,
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
For time's sake, say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. So, as right now, all of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK,
Israelite School UPK.
IHK Minnesota.
ISBK Minnesota.
Bashim Yahushua,
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Tawada Aman.
Dawala Amon.
In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua,
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
bless us in Yasha Allah.
Bless us with Yasha'al
In the school,
and the school.
bless,
Bless.
heal,
Heal.
shield,
Shield.
protect,
Protect.
loved ones.
Loved one.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things live.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now.
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses,
Did evil occur?
and punishment and destruction
First destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us,
that speak against us.
like prophets,
The prophet,
the teachers,
the teacher,
the princes,
the prince,
the priests,
the priest,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brother,
in the school.
and the school.
Send evils and curses,
Did evil occur?
and punishment and destruction
And punishment to destruction
to the heathen,
to heathen
and shake loose
and shake loose.
the treasure of the rich of Israel
And the treasure of the riches of Israel
that refuse to give to the school,
that refuse to give their school,
force their riches,
force their riches
into thy sanctuary.
to enter their sanctuary.
Send evils and curses,
Did evil occur?
and punishment and destruction
And punishment destruction
to the Edomites,
to the Edomite
and the nations,
and the nation
and the drug dealers,
and the drug
the
dealers,
court system,
the court
the
system,
prison system,
the prison
the
system,
Planned Parenthood,
prayer herd,
all the governments of our enemies,
all government of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
and that synagogues and army,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinhead,
cosmopolitan,
cosmopolitan,
gay movement,
the gay movement,
lesbian movement,
the lesbian movement,
spies,
spy,
works of witchcraft,
working on witchcraft,
Nazi space program,
national space program,
Army,
army,
Navy,
navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marine,
marine,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet
and the airways,
and the airways,
cable access
cable
channel,
access
and
center,
the radio
and
channel,
the radio channel.
convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit in our people
that seek to stop
that seek to stop
and
us
bring swift destruction
and bring sense to stop
to all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way,
that stand in the way
and try to stop
or try to stop us
from broadcasting your word
or processing their word
throughout the planet Earth,
throughout the present earth.
that lose all the plagues,
They lose all the prayer,
cause to go to and fro
cause to go to and fro,
to the earth and consume them.
do the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
Let the plague shut the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murder.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let your house shop,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down to find sauce
come down with the fire and
and
salt
punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathen
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word,
as they speak their word.
cause to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that done it,
That is the angel that has done it.
cause to spread through the media
Cause it playing through the media
throughout the whole world,
throughout the whole world,
cause them to shake at thy coming.
causing them to shake up their coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
In the name of Yahweh Shah,
thank you always.
thank you, Lord.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, sorry. Let's turn to Hebrew. All right. Men of Israel, courtesy salute, Salaki. Amai Shabbat, Amijah, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Brakatah.
All right, Amijah, yeah, drop it. All right, sorry to the sisters, which means turn to the sisters. That's in the room or present. Men of Israel, Amai Shabbat, Amijah, Barak. Yahweh Shema, Thah by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, much time, class dismissed.